Hey everyone, welcome to KSSP Podcast. I am Spencer.
And I'm Katie. And today we are going to be discussing the war on Christmas. So let's see here. I got a couple things that I want to go through first before we really get into our chatting. And we're going to watch a couple videos. First, we're going to start with the video that started it all. Josh Fierstein talking about the war on Christmas at Starbucks. And this is really kind of what started this controversy from at least from what I know about it. This is how I was introduced to this concept, this interesting concept. So let's see what he's got to say.
What's up, Josh Fierstein here. I think in the age of political correctness, we become so open-minded, our brains have literally fallen out of our head.
Wait, okay, so he's against being open-minded. That's a great start.
Okay. And they always bring up political correctness, but
right.
What does that even mean? I guess I've never looked into is there even a definition for it, or is it just a word that was made up by these people?
Well, it's basically just the idea that like you want to be polite to people, like how a politician would speak of people, like if they're trying not to like exclude them or trying not to offend them, basically. That's kind of the root of the word. But like on the right, it really just means anything that, like anything that's woke is kind of how they use it nowadays, is politically correct. They kind of use them interchangeably at this point on the right.
Interesting. So they just don't know how to use words then, I guess.
Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, yeah, it's a common problem they have at times.
You realize that Starbucks wanted to take Christ and Christmas off of their brand new cups. That's why they're just plain red. In fact, do you realize that Starbucks isn't allowed to say Merry Christmas to customers? Well,
Okay, that's not true at all. I mean, I've worked for Starbucks. They really don't care if you say Merry Christmas.
Well, and they're private.
Yeah. Even if they didn't want to say Merry Christmas, it's still their choice as a business. Like, that's their right. It's called freedom of speech.
Yes. Especially coming from the people who almost want no regulation on companies, but now they're demanding that companies say Merry Christmas.
Right, just to make them feel nice and fuzzy and warm inside.
I mean, I get it.
Not for any actual tangible benefits for anything at all.
They very much are. They want there to be rules, but rules for thee, not for me type situation.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Decided instead of simply boycotting, well, why don't we just start some movement? So when I went in and I asked for my coffee, they asked for my name, and I told them my name is Merry Christmas. So guess what? Starbucks, I tricked you into putting Merry Christmas on your cup. And I'm challenging all great Americans and Christians around this great nation. Go into Starbucks and take your own coffee selfie. And then I challenge you to not only share this video so that the word gets out, but let's start a movement.
Okay, like I think literally no Starbucks employee in the world would care if you did this. Like it's not like the barista is going to just start seething with this idea of writing Merry Christmas on a cup. Like, I don't think anyone would care.
Oh. No. They...
Like even if Starbucks was a satanic company, like I still don't think a single barista would care. Like they don't get paid enough to care.
And do these people realize they're still giving these corporations their hard-earned money?
Yeah, they're still paying the corporation anyways. So, I mean, I guess it's good for Starbucks.
Yeah, like Starbucks isn't gonna give a fuck. Right. They're making their money either way.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I can't. It's just interesting to see the logic, or the non-logic, I guess. Their logic doesn't, it's just very interesting, their logic, because it isn't logical. Like, they think they're owning these companies, yet they're giving these companies money, which is what these companies want. So really, the companies are winning in this situation. But the companies don't even care about whether or not they're I mean, obviously, isn't that what the right wants, anyways? Is not having companies forced to be woke or whatever, so they don't want them to be forced to do anything. Yet the companies so the companies don't care. I guess in my opinion, the companies really don't care one way or the other. Their bottom line is profit. So they're going to do whatever is profitable, whether that is saying Merry Christmas or saying Happy Holidays. They're going to do whatever is going to bring them the most customers. And by you going in there and forcing them to write Merry Christmas on a cup, they're not going to care because you are bringing them in money, and that is all that they care about.
Exactly. Yeah. So
So it's
yeah,
just
you're just
that is the worst way to show a company
right.
wrong, or like to own you're not owning them. They're winning in this
Yeah, exactly.
situation.
Like all your I mean, it's not like when you write Merry Christmas on the cup, they're losing money. Yeah. I don't
No,
know.
yeah.
Let's see. It's got to say here. We can get
Yeah.
through this video.
But I don't know, hashtag Merry Christmas Starbucks. And I know that by sharing this video and getting other Christians to do it, well, I guarantee that we can make this go around the world. And Starbucks, guess
Around the
what? Just
world.
to offend you, I made sure to wear my Jesus Christ shirt into your store.
Does that say colorblind?
I don't know.
It's picture of Jesus and it says colorblind.
What
So
does that mean? Oh, that
no,
like Jesus was colorblind? Like as in race?
I'm assuming it has to do with race. I don't know, but
Oh,
I didn't. But interesting choice. And I'm sure once again the baristas were just seething at the shirt. Oh man, get that Jesus shirt out of here. No, the baristas, nobody in the store even cared. They did not care one single bit. I guarantee it.
and then they act like these minimum wage workers are making these corporate decisions too,
Right.
and they're
Yeah.
not.
They're not. They act like they're involved in the company like that. It's like no. Like they don't have that level of involvement in the company at all. They have zero interest in the company's bottom line,
Literally.
unless they're the manager, because then they might get a bonus if the bottom line is doing better. But other
Yeah.
than like, I mean, even the manager, I don't think they care about your stupid shirt.
No. They're there to get paid too. Like literally everyone is at a job to make money, and
Right.
you
That's,
going in there is bringing them money. I mean, obviously,
they're getting paid the same either way, whether he goes in there or not. But
yes. But obviously treating people with respect is definitely an issue. Like if he had gone in there and had started a scene, then
yeah,
that's a problem. But
right.
him just wearing that shirt and making them write Merry Christmas is
Right. They don't care one
no.
single bit.
No.
And since you hate the Second Amendment, I
Whoa.
even carried my gun.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
Anyways, guys, please take a moment. Choose to not be politically correct. Just correct. Share the video, like, comment.
Okay, so it basically seems like at the end there he was kind of promoting people to just bring weapons into the shop. Which, I mean, okay. I guess if that's legal in your state, then who cares? But, like, as long as you're not doing
yeah.
anything dangerous, obviously. But, like, if you're just going in there, like, with your gun and not doing anything with it, like, I don't think anyone's gonna care. Maybe, like, a
No.
couple
Oh,
people might get a little scared, but, like, they're not gonna take your gun from you.
no. And yeah, it just depends on if you're going in there threatening, because then you are the problem. Like if you're just going in there to order coffee and
Right.
you have your, what is it? Is it what I'm not
I don't
very
know, it looked
versed
like
on
a Glock
guns,
or
but
something.
huh?
Like, it kinda looked like a small Glock, maybe? I'm not a huge gun expert
Oh,
either, but that's kinda what it looked like to
well,
me.
I more so meant like carry conceal. Like that's a thing
Oh,
that they
yeah,
have to
yeah.
have, don't there's like a license. I
It's
guess
a
some
public
states don't.
understood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, some states are open carry and some states are concealed carry.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
where this dude lives, so I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
as long as you're following the laws and you're not
Yeah.
going in there threatening people's lives, I don't think people are going to care. I mean, some people probably have, I would say, almost a phobia of guns, whether that's
Yeah.
due to past experiences or just the fear that, I
You're
mean,
just looking at
shootings
statistics.
happen. Yes, shootings happen all the time here in America, so it's a valid fear. But
Yeah.
if you are not threatening people, then obviously yes, and it's legal. So it, I guess, whether or not I agree, my personal feelings on the issue don't necessarily matter, because as long as you're
Right.
following the legal laws, it is fine. But if you
Yeah.
are going in there and threatening people, that is not okay.
Right. Exactly. So, all right. Um, we've got this article here really quick. This is Politico.com and a short history of the war on Christmas. How everyone from Bill O'Reilly to Jon Stewart became a co-conspiracy and an annual farce. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Henry Ford was an avid proponent of the idea that someone, or more precisely some group, was waging a war on Christmas. Last Christmas, most people had a hard time finding Christmas cards that indicated in any way that Christmas commemorated someone's birth. According to the International Jew, the world's foremost problem, oh God, widely distributed set of anti Semitic articles
Oh.
in the automobile magnates News Weekly during the 20s. People sometimes ask, oh, they're basically saying Henry Ford thought that Jews were waging the war on Christmas. So that's an interesting little fact about Henry Ford, inventor of the automobile. All right. And then in 1959, it was the far-right John Birch Society that published a pamphlet altering the nation to an assault on Christmas carried out by UN fanatics. What they now want to put over the American people is simply this. Department stores throughout the country are to utilize UN symbols and emblems as Christmas decorations. Okay. Today's war on Christmas still revolves around department stores and focuses on the rise of happy holidays and holiday trees, and it remains alert to an internal enemy poised to stab America in the back. But like everything else, the war over Christmas has become tarted up, 24-houred, and Twitterized. Even it has grown into drearily routine, an annual pageant in which culture warriors line the trenches, blah, blah, blah. We all know this. All right, the modern American war on Christmas began pretty much 10 years ago. Fox News host Bill O'Reilly recalled earlier this month in a conversation with Sarah Palin. The former would-be VP was promoting her new book, Good Tidings and Great Joy, Protect Christmas. Okay. It was sparked in part, he said, by major corporations that ordered their employees not to say Merry Christmas, which I doubt was happening there, but okay. He got the date slightly wrong. It was actually 9 years ago that the O'Reilly Factor first aired a segment on Christmas Under Siege, and doing so appears to have launched the war over Christmas as we know it. All over the country, Christmas is taking flag, O'Reilly told viewers. In Denver this past weekend, no religious floats were permitted in the holiday parade there. New York City Mayor Bloomberg unveiled the holiday tree, and no Christian Christmas symbols are allowed in the public schools. Oh no, the public. Oh, okay. The Federated Department Stores, Macy's, have done away with the Christmas greeting, Merry Christmas. Okay. All right. Let's see. For many such culture warriors, a Bible-believing, often white and speaking America is under siege, and Christmas is a hill worth dying on. The Christians are coming to retake their place in the public square, and the most natural battleground in this war is Christmas. John Gibson, then a Fox News host, wrote in his 2005 book, The War on Christmas, how the liberal plot to ban the sacred Christian holiday is worse than you thought. Oh, so he doesn't have any kind of bias at all. All right. Okay. Reverend Jerry Falwell's Liberty Council and the Alliance Defense Fund pledged to fight restrictions on Christmas goodwill, and the American Family Association called for a boycott of Target because it was alleged the company did not use the word Christmas in advertisements. Target told reporters that there's no trend or intent to ban the use of Christmas in our holiday advertising and marketing. The left was disturbed, but perhaps even more amused. Was there anything that made conservatives look like more like ignorant and provincial hicks? I mean, true. Jon Stewart, who is Jewish, just because, important to the Christmas conversation here, he says, "I'm your enemy. Make me your enemy." He announced, happily baiting O'Reilly after the Fox host attacked his show for being anti-Christmas. "I, Jon Stewart, hate Christmas, Christians, Jews, morality." Stewart is Jewish, I said. But yeah, he's pretty funny. I like him. Okay, so basically, a left-leaning contributor to Slate proposed American abandoned Santa as fat old white man and create a new symbol of Christmas cheer. From here on out, Santa Claus should be a penguin. Fox's Megyn Kelly took the bait and assured children watching her show that Santa was, in fact, white, as was Jesus. That's interesting because I would say that geographically, the facts of Jesus might disagree with you there, but
Yeah.
that's fine, I guess. And then Slate responded, as did everyone else on all sides of the trench. Megyn Kelly then explained that she was kidding. It was all in good fun. Click, click. So I guess she was kidding. I guess Jesus is not white and Santa is not real, which, awesome. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. So go to Saudi Arabia, let them go to Pakistan, televangelist Pat Robertson told imagined Christmas opponents in 2004. Yeah, they can go to Sudan and find a wonderful Muslim holiday. O'Reilly told a Jewish person who called into his radio show that if you have a problem with Christmas, you gotta go to Israel then. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. That's not good.
And these people are like representing a news
Yeah, these
organization.
people are all political pundits.
Huh. Interesting choice of representation.
Right.
Interesting.
Oh boy. And for O'Reilly, who once wondered whether surrounding Mel Gibson's 2004 anti-Semitic blockbuster, The Passion of the Christ, might be a result of the fact that the major media in Hollywood and a lot of the secular press is controlled by Jewish people. It is sometimes hard to believe that secular progressives isn't some kind of code word too. Oh wow. Interesting. So more Jewish conspiracy theories. Lovely.
When
Remember. Oh, sorry. What was that?
I was just gonna say, when is this article from?
This article, I think it's kind of old. Yeah, it's from 2013.
And they were
But almost 10 years old now.
spreading anti-Jew sentiment back then. Maybe not as
Oh yeah, they've always been doing that ever since, even before World War II.
I don't whatever. I mean, not
Yeah,
whatever,
they just.
but
I mean, it's not whatever, but like you can only do so much.
yeah, it's just trashy. Like why
It is. It's
I
awful.
would that's a very interesting an organization that has those people representing its values is very interesting. I would
Yeah, it is something I would personally avoid,
yeah,
but
because that speaks volumes about whoever works for the organization and whoever runs that organization. If you let those people be the ones that are speaking like
yeah,
that and representing, basically they represent your values, so that these people are
right.
representing what you stand for, whether you want to admit that or not. By not condemning them, by not firing them, you are letting them speak for your organization.
Yeah, very true. All right. And then we've got another video here. Let me just double check. Okay, we're good. Okay, this video is Just Say Merry Christmas by PragerU. Lovely little organization. So let's take a gander here and see what they've got to say.
The change from wishing fellow Americans Merry Christmas to wishing them happy holidays is a very significant development. Proponents of happy holidays argue it's no big deal. Proponents of Merry Christmas are making a mountain out of a molehill.
They are, though.
But the happy holidays advocates want it both ways. They dismiss opponents as hysterical, but at the same time, in addition to replacing Merry Christmas with Happy Holidays, they have relentlessly pushed to replace Christmas vacation with winter vacation and Christmas party with holiday party.
Okay, why is that bad?
Yeah, it's
Who cares? Like, literally, like he's saying true facts as if they're not true. Like, it's not a big deal, though. I guess that's an opinion, but it's a big deal,
but
though.
it's not an opinion. It is not a big deal. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, saying holiday party includes Christmas. It is just inclusive. It is not getting rid of Christmas. Whoever thinks it is insane. I'm sorry, but you are insane if you think that saying holiday discredits Christmas. Because is Christmas not a holiday?
Right. It is a holiday.
It is, exactly.
Yeah.
These
So that's why it's really not a big deal, but that's all right.
So then, which is it? Is all this elimination of the word Christmas important or not? The answer is obvious. It's very important.
Okay, why?
That's why so much effort is devoted to substituting other words for Christmas.
That logic literally makes no sense. But
what
okay.
effort? I want to see this effort. I want to see the statistics and how much
Right.
money is being spent on this effort. I want to see who's involved. I want to see the organizations that have created this effort. You cannot go around
Right.
saying shit like this without having facts to back it up, because otherwise you are intentionally spreading misinformation.
Yeah, and like honestly, the ones putting all the effort into this are the Christians who believe that there's a war on Christmas. They're the ones putting all their emotional investment into it. Like,
They are.
it's really not a big deal for everyone else.
It's not, because it still includes Christmas.
Exactly.
And these efforts have been extraordinarily successful. In place of the universal Merry Christmas of my youth, in recent decades, I have been wished happy holidays by every waiter and waitress in every restaurant I have dined, by everyone who welcomes me at any business, by my flight attendants and pilots, and by just about everyone else.
Oh no.
When I respond, thank you, Merry Christmas.
The oppression.
Oh no, and then all of those people instantly, spontaneously combust because they just cannot handle the weight of the Merry Christmas, of course. And then they go into the back room and they start crying because you said Merry Christmas to them. No, nobody cares. If you say Merry Christmas to someone, like, they just be like, okay, cool. Like, nobody cares.
No, yeah.
I often sense that I've actually created some tension. Many of those I wish Merry Christmas are probably relieved to hear someone who feels free to utter the C word.
Oh, don't say the C word, bro. That's not good. That's harmful towards women.
Yeah.
Don't call it the C word, bro.
What these people think they're doing.
Right. Who wrote this script? Oh boy.
But all the sensitivity training they've had to undergo creates cognitive dissonance.
What?
The opponents of Merry
Steven?
Christmas and other uses of the word Christmas know exactly what they're doing. They're disingenuous when they dismiss defenders of Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I don't think people are like laughing at people for celebrating Christmas.
No,
like most people celebrate Christmas, and I actually have numbers.
Yeah.
Well, just some brief numbers I'm going to go over later, but yeah, people definitely mostly celebrate Christmas. I don't think this is happening to anybody.
I think it. I think if it's happening to you, it's only because you're making a big deal about
Right.
a fake war on
Yeah,
Christmas. Of course, I'm gonna fucking laugh at you.
that's
That
true. Yeah.
it's not real.
Right.
I
The only if they are laughing at you, that's more of a reflection of you than person. Because like no one's just gonna laugh at you just for celebrating Christmas. Like they're gonna laugh at
yeah,
you for saying that there is a war on Christmas, though. That
yes,
doesn't make
exactly. Yeah, because
sense.
they're not like laughing at you. They're laughing at the
The
audacity or the
ridiculousness. Yeah,
absurdity that your idea is. It's not even necessarily that they're laughing at you. They're not laughing at Christmas.
they're
They're
laughing
just
at the idea that your
yeah,
Christmas is
because
being
it's
taken away, which is not.
there's no logic behind it. So of course, I don't know. I think rational minds turn to laughter when things are
Absurd.
kind of crazy, you know? Like it's
Yeah,
a
definitely.
maybe a coping mechanism kind of.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
As fabricating some quote war
Whoa!
on Christmas. Of course, it's a war on Christmas.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Or,
literally
or,
got a
or
gun. Hold up. He's literally got a gun. Yep, that's
Where did that come from?
literally. It just evaporated into thin air, I guess. And it just formed itself. I don't know where the gun came from. He's got a helmet too. So I guess he's going in the trenches.
The trenches in this war on
Right. The
Christmas.
trenches under the Christmas tree. You know, gotta keep the head safe.
Ooh. Mm.
more precisely, a war on the religious nature of America. The left in
Oh,
America, like
no.
the left in
Uh,
Europe, wants to create a thoroughly secular society. Not a secular
Okay.
government, which is a desirable goal and which, in any event, has always been the case in
mm,
America.
You liar, Dennis Prager. You do not believe that a
yeah.
secular government is the ultimate goal. Come on now, bro. Don't lie to us like that. I've seen your videos enough.
Well, and that's literally just straight up misinformation and attempted indoctrination to make people believe it.
Yeah.
Like that's there's no if you look into it, which we will talk about, but there's no facts or basis behind any of that statement
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
of course not. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that more in a little bit here.
But I just don't get how people can get like I understand free speech, but this is just straight up lie. Like it's not even free like it is free speech, but it's a
It's
lie.
like, yeah, it's like, but it's just enough of like an opinion slash lie to like he can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they phrase it in a way where it's like you can't technically say it's like their opinion that is wrong more so. Like saying that the world wants a secular government or the left wants a or not secular the left wants a secular America, which I don't know. Or how did he phrase it?
I thought
Secular
secular meant
society instead of a secular government.
isn't secular religion or is
Secular
that the
is
opposite?
non-religious.
Oh, okay. So wait, what did he say then?
I'll remind it.
Okay. Because I guess maybe I
Yeah.
misunderstood what he was saying then.
America, like the left in Europe, wants to create a thoroughly secular society. Not a secular government, which is a desirable goal and which, in any event, has always been the case in America,
So wait, that is true then.
but a secular society.
I think what he's implying. Hold on. Why is this not
Realize that the
pausing?
left believes
Okay. Sorry, my computer. Anyway,
Because so secular means
right.
non-religious,
But
right?
he's implying that like the left
So
wants to completely eradicate religion from society. That's what he's
oh, is
saying
secular
instead of a
supposed to be
secular
like a
government, which is what we should have. But I don't think he truly believes that. I think he does want a Christian government. But
oh, that's what
yeah.
you meant. Okay. See, I thought he was saying that So I thought for some reason I thought secular meant religious, so that he was saying that America was built
Right.
to be a religious
I
nation.
mean,
That's
and
what
I'm
I
sure that is his
meant, but
opinion, but yeah, no.
well, that's wrong, and that would have been. So I guess he wasn't lying then. He was telling the
Yeah.
truth. So that's my bad. I
Okay.
misunderstood it.
I
I
see
didn't
what you're saying.
know what secular meant.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I thought he was saying America was meant to be a secular government, as in a religious government, and that would have been a straight up lie, and then I wouldn't have known. I mean, but people get away with saying that still, like that America is supposed to be a Christian nation. They still
Right.
say that and get away with it, and that's just again
Yeah.
not true at all.
Yeah, it's some propaganda for sure. All right. Let's see. Oh, he's going to talk about the Jews here, but he's Jewish himself,
Oh.
so I think it'll be okay.
Most people do not realize that the left believes in secularism as fervently as religious Jews and Christians believe in the Bible.
Wait,
That,
what? Jews don't believe in the Bible. They believe in the Torah, which is okay. It's technically part of the Bible, but he's just trying to appease his audience and say he loves the Bible as well.
Oh.
So cool.
that's why Merry Christmas bothers secular activists.
No, it doesn't.
It's a blatant reminder of just how religious America is and always has been.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Here,
that's wrong. That's a lie.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna go over this information, like we said, but we gotta get through the video first.
it's a prediction. Activists on the left will eventually seek to remove Christmas as a national holiday.
What?
Now, the left doesn't announce that its agenda is to thoroughly secularize American and European societies. Instead, they offer the inclusiveness argument.
Oh my God! Of course, he's against inclusiveness because yeah, people aren't gonna remove this as a federal holiday. Like so many people celebrate Christmas, and it like everyone wants a winter holiday. Maybe one day they'll do what the Christians did, and like someone else will steal from the Christians and make it a different holiday. But we're still gonna have that holiday, and you know,
If
religions
anything,
come and go in society. Sometimes they stick, but
I feel like the supposed left, I mean, whatever he's saying by saying the left, I don't think anybody
yeah,
is true. Like he just categorizes everybody that isn't in his view on the left, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty
right.
diverse, have a diverse opinions.
Oh,
They don't all think the
yeah,
same, but that's regardless. Everybody on like anybody on the left in his view would probably be more so for expanding the holiday season and making it longer because
exactly.
aren't other holidays longer than like one day like Christmas, like aren't isn't Hanukkah
Oh,
like
you mean like Hanukkah and those? Yeah, like
yeah, like
Hanukkah
give us
had 7 or 8 days.
that many
We'll
days
go
as a
for that on
holiday. I
Tuesday.
think everybody would be fine with that if corporations
Yeah.
had to pay that much holiday pay. I think a
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
people would be all
absolutely.
for that, making it
Yeah.
inclusive.
If anything, instead, they're not going to remove Christmas
No,
as a federal holiday. They might add like Hanukkah as a federal holiday one day. You
which is what we
know,
should do anyways. Why not?
yeah, that would be nice. I would love to have 8 days off
Yeah. And
like
we
that.
could
Yeah,
also like I guess I'd
like that's what inclusiveness is.
and then we could all or I don't know. I guess I don't know if it would be considered disrespectful to participate and celebrate other people's holidays if you're not of their religion. I don't know how other
I
people
mean,
feel about that, but if they were okay with it, I would all
yeah,
be for celebrating. Like cuz I that's just more days. And I understand that part of it is like a respect thing probably for some.
right.
But I
And
mean
I
that's
mean,
why they
I'm
get mad
sure if
about
you like, yeah. And I think like if it's more like if you know somebody else who celebrates the holiday, I'm sure they would let you celebrate with them.
and like learn from them and
Yeah, and like learn their traditions and like, if you incorporated yourself enough into that community, then like maybe one day you could host it one
yeah.
year. Like I think that's just how I would see that going.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get through this video here. We're halfway done. There's just so much misinformation and stupid arguments to debunk.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
That Merry Christmas or Christmas party or Christmas vacation is not inclusive. This inclusive argument plays on Americans' highly developed sense of decency, but the argument is preposterous.
Okay,
Who
bro.
exactly is being excluded when one wishes someone Merry Christmas?
I mean, first of all, most people don't really care. But if someone was to get offended, like literally all the other holidays, like
Yeah.
all the other communities who celebrate different holidays besides Christmas, those people would technically be being excluded if we're going to go with this argument. But
Yeah.
like I said, nobody really cares if you wish them Merry Christmas for the most part. Like 99.9% of people are not going to get offended.
No, because it doesn't matter. Like, I
Right,
don't think anybody would even mean offense by it
right,
either, and people would know that, especially if it is like you're gonna talk about in a little bit the dominant holiday in America. Then it's kind
yeah,
of just it would just be a common mistake that they thought that you celebrated Christmas, but you're not going to get mad
right,
about it because it doesn't,
yeah,
like, they didn't mean it ill, like with ill will. Just like when somebody says happy holidays, they don't mean it with ill will.
right. Like nobody is like just think about the concept of what you're saying. You're wishing somebody well. Why would you do that maliciously? You know,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense.
no, it doesn't.
But what else is new? You know, never makes any sense.
No.
Non-Christians? I'm a non-Christian. I'm a Jew.
Oh, that's right.
Christmas is not a religious holy day for me, but I'm an American. Christmas is a national holiday in my country. It is therefore my holiday, though not my holy day, as much as it is for my fellow Americans who are Christian. That's why it's not surprising that it was an American Jew, Irving Berlin, who wrote White Christmas, one of America's most popular Christmas songs. In fact, according to a Jewish musician writing in the New York Times, almost all the most popular Christmas songs were written by Jews.
Is
Apparently,
that
all these
true?
American.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't trust PragerU. I mean, it could be true. I could be wrong.
We can look it up in a second. What was it? What is his claim? I'll take a note.
That many Christmas songs were written by American Jews. That was the claim.
We'll look it up for
Or
sure.
we can look it up after this video really quick.
Yeah.
But we'll get through it first.
Yeah.
American Jews felt quite included by Christmas.
Great. Good for them.
By not wishing me a Merry Christmas, you are not being inclusive. You are excluding me from one of my nation's national holidays.
You literally just called it a holiday, dude. Saying happy holidays to include Christmas.
Like, do they? We need to Google, is Christmas a
How many
holiday
times do you have to
after
say
this? We're gonna Google it, and we're gonna see what Google says. Is Christmas a holiday? Like, after this video, because if their claim is true, saying happy holidays doesn't include Christmas, then Christmas is not a holiday. And
Yeah, exactly. If Christmas isn't a holiday, then I guess it's not a holiday
so
anymore.
we're gonna find out after this video. We're gonna see if they're being honest with us.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We got like a minute left here.
Okay.
Yo.
But even if Christmas were not a holiday, I would want pilots to wish their passengers Merry Christmas, companies to have Christmas parties, and schools to continue to have Christmas vacations. Just because I don't personally celebrate Christmas, why would I want to drop the word Christmas when the holiday is celebrated by 90% of my fellow Americans?
It's actually lower
borders
than
on the
that.
misanthropic, not to mention the mean-spirited. to want to deny nearly all of your fellow citizens
Oh God.
the joy of having Christmas parties
Oh
or
God.
being wished
Why is he
a
beating up
Merry
Santa?
Christmas.
Oh,
The
wow.
vast majority of Americans who celebrate Christmas and who treat non-Christians so well deserve better. So please say Merry Christmas and Christmas party and Christmas vacation. If you don't, you're not inclusive. You're hurtful.
Oh boy.
I'm Dennis Prager.
Did he invent
Anyone?
PragerU?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
his whole company.
When was this video made? I'm just
This video
curious.
was
Oh,
made
I guess it
6
says
years
right there.
ago.
2016?
Yeah. Yep, November 28th, 2016.
I guess it says on the slide, it says copyright 2016.
Oh, it does say that right there. That's
I just thought that. So PragerU's been around. I didn't
oh, they've been
what?
around a long time, yeah.
I'm just learning about them from you.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know they existed until well, and I've seen I think they were in an article
Yeah.
about an ad that was very concerning.
Oh boy. I bet it was.
I'll
It,
have to find that sometime.
yeah.
That's how I first heard about them, so I thought it was a new thing, like a new um like a new school system to try to counteract public school. So I was like, this is pretty sketch, but I didn't realize it had been around for this long. I'll have to find that ad because it was a legitimate ad from them too, and it was very distasteful,
Oh
I would
yeah.
say.
It looks like all of these Google results do show that there were many Christmas songs written by Jewish artists. Very interesting.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that was some correct information on their part.
Yeah. Is Christmas a holiday?
Let's see. Just to be sure.
Yeah, he's just got me questioning. It must not be a holiday if I can't say
Right.
happy holidays.
Oh, look at that. It's been a federal
Oh,
holiday
huh.
since 1870.
So does holiday include holiday?
I
Or
mean,
is
I think
holiday
holidays is the plural, so I would think
is
it'd be included.
I don't know. They
Hmm.
seem to think that holidays doesn't mean holiday or
Right.
something.
Yeah,
So I'm just
there
very
must be a disconnect.
concerned.
Like we said before, they don't know how to use words correctly
No,
half
they
the
don't.
time.
They
So,
they use words that fit their narrative so that they can twist those words to
right.
fit their narrative. It's what they
Yeah,
do all the time. It's a joke.
it really is.
I didn't know we could just use words however we wanted.
Right.
I'll start doing that nowadays.
Yeah, we can just
Thank
change the
you guys
definition.
for letting me know that. I didn't. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I didn't know we could do that. I mean, what's the point of the language? I guess any language at that point. I guess we can. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very
Yeah,
interesting.
for sure. All right, we've got one more 3-minute video here. Hopefully, it doesn't take us too long to go through it. All right. This is a little compilation. War on Christmas Story, How Fox News Built the Dumbest Part of America's Culture War.
If you wanted,
This is,
I don't know if you'd want to, but you could put it at 2 times speed.
oh, good idea.
Just because I
Or I'll
think
put
if
it at
this is the one
1.5 because I feel like two
that
times I
works.
can't understand them.
If this is the one that if one of the ones that I watched, I think they all say the same thing. But 1.5
Yeah,
works too because it'll
they,
be the same. It is just on
yeah,
repeat
we don't have to
basically
pause it
for
so much if they keep saying the
yeah.
same thing that we've already gone over once. So
Yeah, but it's still it's
yeah,
a good one.
so 1.5 speed. Here we go.
Okay.
Well, the war on Christmas is not real. They tell you it all the time. It's totally fake. And if you believe in it, you're dumb. Watch Fox News or something. Isn't it amazing? The attack, the assault, it's just unbridled and seemingly unprecedented against Christmas.
It has to do with, at the root of it, it has to do with two things: abortion and the gay rights agenda.
Whoa. Yeah, you knew I was going to pause there. Abortion and the gay rights agenda.
I don't
Equals
remember
more
that
on
being.
Christmas. That's some crazy math right there.
I don't remember seeing that on my agenda this year. I must have
Right. Yeah.
gotten
When I
last
looked in
year's
my
or
little gay
something.
planner of my
Yeah, it
gay
wasn't there.
agenda, like I didn't see War on Christmas written on December 25th, but I must have missed the memo as well.
Yeah, I bet we'll get a reminder, like a Google, like a email reminder or
Oh
something
yeah,
here
I'll
soon.
definitely get a
Yeah,
calendar reminder from Apple.
yeah.
Today we're talking a lot about sexual harassment. Well, cases like this are examples of spiritual harassment. And look,
Oh
this is
boy.
not just war on Christmas, but the war against Christianity. Look, I'm tired of it. We're going to talk about this all the way through Christmas.
Can you name one person who said that Obama's waging a war on Christmas?
I've heard many people on these airwaves talking
Obama.
about it. I've been on panels talking. Is this really happening?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I don't remember anybody saying Obama's waging a war on Christmas.
Who's war on Christmas?
Yeah, I mean Obama is a Christian, so I don't think he's waging a war on Christmas, but that's fine.
Oh,
Obama. I don't think we won the war on terror. I mean, the war on Christmas already.
Hostile toward Christmas and hostile toward Christians.
The war on Christmas heads to Sin City.
Because if there wasn't anybody else fighting this war on Christmas, I'll take kudos for that. War on Christmas. And John, you've got a book with that title. Yeah, I read a book about it, and I thought maybe we'd be with it.
And the war on Christmas, worse than that.
Isn't it attack on Christmas? We're just the speakers are what really comes to an even greater battle brewing.
They mock the idea they're on Christmas, even as they wage it.
It's like the secret bombing of Cambodia. It was a secret from everybody except the people getting bombed. Same deal here. A new front for the war on Christmas.
Long Island, New York.
It's the same as Cambodia because nobody knew except the people who are getting bombed. Okay, wow. I just have to report that one.
I think that's a very inappropriate comparison.
Yeah, right.
What do we know?
Yeah, I guess this is gonna get violent, is what he said. Which I don't. Obviously, it's not. But
No.
people really believe this stuff.
And he is literally discrediting what those people went through and comparing
and
it.
totally minimizing and trivializing.
Yes.
Like that's awful.
That's awful. Ugh.
Why did people do this? I don't know.
Ground zero for this year's first battle in the war on Christmas.
But not just the war on Christmas is a global struggle. For the PC police firing off their first shot in this year's war on Christmas.
We wish you a happy holiday. We wish you a happy holiday.
Right.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
And more victims in the war on Christmas attacks on Christmas.
The war on Christmas.
I want to know who the victims of the war on Christmas are, because I haven't heard of a single one. Like nobody's going to the mall with all the Christmas decorations and like bringing a gun, like shooting it up. Like,
oh boy,
no one is doing anything like that. Like there is no victim to this war on Christmas.
No, because it doesn't exist.
Exactly. And like they're saying there's a war on Christmas, and they're showing like parades and decorations of all this Christmas stuff everywhere. And it's like it doesn't look like there's a war on Christmas. They look pretty cool with Christmas, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean we know what they mean when they're saying there's a war on Christmas, but
oh yeah, and we'll definitely
talk about that. Yeah,
for sure.
Christmas doesn't exist, obviously. You know that. You'd have to be a moron or some kind of Fox News viewer to think there's a war on Christmas.
To deny that there was a war on
Oh
Christmas is to lie.
no, their
There's a
friend.
new battle in the war on Christmas. That's why your ugly sweater party just got canceled by cancel culture. There's a problem.
What? Nobody canceled ugly sweaters. People love ugly sweaters.
I thought, aren't they the cancel culture?
I mean, they like to pretend they're not, but they do cancel a lot of stuff.
They do.
Such as, books from schools that aren't the Bible. And
I'm pretty sure, like, I'd say a lot of times what I've noticed is that people who speak more, I guess I would consider left-leaning views, are silenced on social media compared to these people who are
algorithms
speaking right talking points.
Yeah, algorithms love right-wingers.
Yes, so I don't think they're being canceled.
Definitely not.
Don't say Christmas. They say, Merry Coffee.
Big headlines for you. War.
Wait, did she just say Merry Coffee?
Yeah, I think that's what a Starbucks cup said, and that triggered her.
Oh
shit!
Did the cup say Merry Coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny, honestly. just to mess
That's a
with them.
good slogan though for a
This note
coffee
said,
company.
yeah. Oh, this little note says Christmas music was offensive. Consider playing holiday music or less religious themed. Now this looks like it's on the back of a receipt, so not for someone's private home. This is for a
Yeah.
business. Which, I mean, there is some Christmas music out there that is kind of offensive, like "Baby It's Cold Outside," for example. That's kind of a creepy one. So like, it kind of depends on the
Yeah.
music they were playing, you know. But
Well, and I don't know. I don't think most any when I worked in not retail, grocery
mhm.
stores, we did not like, and not because we didn't like Christmas, but we don't like to listen to Christmas over and over for 2 months
Oh
on
yeah.
end. I don't think anyone in retail does
No.
either. I mean, there are some people
Yeah,
who
some
do,
people
and
do like
I
Christmas
guess
music.
yeah, and I don't mind it, but
Yeah.
I don't care to like if I'm out eating, I don't.
Like if
And it
I'm
depends on how
sitting in a
loud it was
restaurant, I
too.
wouldn't want to be listening to that.
No, because I'm there to eat and talk with whoever I'm there with. Or even if I go to eat alone, I'm just there to eat. I'm not there to have loud music.
Right.
And I guess I don't know how loud it was
Yeah,
either.
and that's
Obviously,
true too. We don't know how
so
loud it is.
there's a lot of factors that you need to know before making a whole news art or not a news article,
Like a
but a
news,
news video
right.
about this. But I guess they don't consider, I guess you don't need to have all the facts when you're making news videos for this specific network, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, you just have to find something crazy and go off about it. Like
Yeah.
find something cringe from the left and then just or something that's not even
Make
actually cringy. Just, something really basic that they think is cringy.
I'm pretty sure recently I saw that they were pissed that college kids were getting puppies and having
Oh, for puppy
not
therapy? Yeah, they
yes,
had that when I
yes.
went to college. That's pretty cool.
No, they were pissed. They said that these college kids are weak and spineless because they need dogs to feel better. Like I don't know.
Like, oh no, therapeutic, and like they just want to avoid anything therapeutic because therapy means self-reflection, and they don't want to reflect on
Oh yeah,
themselves. They want to reflect on everybody else.
and if you look at the science, it proves that that helps
Yeah,
you
it raises
feel better
oxytocin levels and probably dopamine levels, I would think.
so they're spreading well it wasn't even misinformation because they were just speaking their opinions as if they were facts, which they weren't
Right,
because it was false information, and they weren't even speaking their opinions about whether or not they thought it was helpful or healthy or going to help
right.
with stress around college. They were just saying that I don't remember exactly, but they basically weren't
They just saying
talking
that,
about
the
anything
left and
important.
kids these days are coddled too much and weak and all that. When it's like really they just have more resources in this case. Like
Yes,
it's just another resource.
and that's a good
Right.
thing.
Resources are always a good thing. Like if they're good resources, which puppies are. Wow, how could
Yeah.
you argue against puppies? Puppies are so cute. How can you argue against a puppy? Like that's just pure evil.
Yeah, just the things that they act is news is,
Yeah.
and then the people that continue to watch it and
Oh,
fall for it, it's
it's
just
ridiculous. Yeah.
interesting.
On Christmas edition.
On Christmas.
War on Christmas. There's a war on Christmas.
It's the war on Christmas.
Whoa, a beaver. Hold
On
up.
Christmas.
Wait,
There was a beaver.
beaver or
Or beaver,
Bieber?
like the animal. Where is it?
Oh, okay.
Let me go back.
It's the war on Christmas.
Beaver. Bargain hunting beaver.
Oh,
He's waging a war on Christmas. I don't know what this has to do with
shoot.
anything. They just threw a beaver in there, I guess. He
He looks pissed.
does.
He's like I'm on like he looks like he like what how am I trying to say this? He looks like he is on a mission and he's like, "Why are you interrupting me
He's
while I'm in the middle of my Christmas
right.
shopping?"
Like, stop taking pictures of me. I'm just trying to get my wrapping
Yeah.
paper for my presents.
And then here is that organization bothering him,
Yeah.
harassing him.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Christmas.
War on Christmas.
War on Christmas.
War on Christmas.
War on Christmas, a new chapter in the left's war on Christmas.
Assaults on the traditions of Christmas in North Korea.
Assaults. Wow. Way to just butcher the word and get rid of all meaning behind the word assault. Like, it's an assault on Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think, like, they just don't use words correctly. It's frustrating.
No, they don't. They use words however they want to, and then they say
Yeah,
and honestly, if we sit here and think about it, they are the ones who are the most
oh yeah,
emotional. They always like to claim that the other side is the emotional side, but they are
oh
the most
yeah,
emotional
they're
people
the biggest
ever,
crybabies.
and they whine about everything.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree 100%. You're definitely
It's
not wrong about
annoying.
that. They cry about everything that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the war on Christmas.
Oh God, they got
Marco
police.
says this has jihad written all over it. He is live next.
And the
Oh
war on
God.
Christmas, if you watch The Factor, you know that
Let's see. We won the battle against companies who ordered their employees not to say Merry Christmas. So they won. So why are they so worried about it then? If they won, you know, like why are they so upset?
I think it's. But do they not realize that companies really don't care? And companies will do whatever's going to bring them the
Right.
most profit. So if saying Merry Christmas brings in the Christians who are going to shop there, why, like,
Yeah,
you're
but
just
the
giving,
reality
I don't
is
know.
most
The
people don't
companies
care if
aren't
you say
doing this
Happy
for you.
Holidays. That's the thing. So that's why they do
No,
it because
exactly.
like it's maybe like
Yes.
5% of people who get upset if you say Happy Holidays to them. I would guess. I mean, I don't have official numbers
And
on
most
this, but
people
if I
don't,
had to take a guess,
but it's also in the same vein that most people don't care if you truly say Merry Christmas. No one is going to be offended if you say
right?
Merry Christmas
Yeah, like
either,
really, no
though.
one cares.
So companies are going to win whether they have their employees say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas.
And they're gonna say Happy
Like,
Holidays
companies do
because it
not
includes
care.
the most people, and they're gonna make the most money that way. And like honestly, like
Unless Christians boycott them, but then they will switch it to Merry Christmas, but not because they care about Christmas, because they care about your money. So
right,
don't
yeah,
get that
and
twisted.
like when I worked at like when I was a delivery driver, and I would say like Happy Holidays to people or whatever, or sometime Merry Christmas, depending on where I was and if the person seemed like they celebrated Christmas or not. Like
Yeah.
just assessing the situation. But most of the times, like just saying Happy Holidays is easier because it includes Christmas. Like and for every holiday I would try to be inclusive, although I kind of stopped
Yeah.
saying any of that stuff because some people would get upset because they probably weren't happy that it was that holiday for whatever reason. I had those people too,
Oh,
but for the most
yeah.
part, like Happy Holidays is just it includes everything, so why not be inclusive? Like, what's the harm in that? You still get your Christmas, don't worry, we're not taking it away. Nobody's taking Christmas away.
No, because I'm pretty sure most people who are also okay with saying Happy Holidays and are okay with being inclusive also celebrate Christmas,
Exactly. Like
surprisingly.
I'm not Christian and I celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, same here. I mean, and that's just how what I was raised on too,
Exactly.
is like I don't really care what I just like holidays personally
Yeah.
because being a Leo, I love parties.
Oh yeah, party.
Like hosting parties. I want to host big parties, but we'll see if that ever happens. But
Maybe one.
so I like holidays because of the celebration aspect. Like Yuletide,
Mm-hmm.
we got to do a Yuletide festival. That would be
That
fun.
would be cool.
But which is Christmas anyways, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But so yeah, I don't even
And
remember what we were saying.
also, if traditionalism is under attack, that's good. I mean, I think traditionalism is overrated personally, but
Yeah.
like, I'd rather progress than try to stay the same all the time.
Oh,
I'd rather try to evolve my, and some traditions can be nice. I'm not saying get rid of all tradition completely, but traditionalism is a different concept where everything stays traditional. And that is
You
what I am
know,
against.
one thing that I actually just thought of the other night, because I know how people can get super pissed that these younger generations have it easier, but do they not understand that that is literally the whole point of the world, is to keep progressing
Right. We're
forward?
supposed to
If we
keep
didn't
evolving.
progress, if they had it their way, we would still be living in caves, going and hunting and gathering. Like, we would never have progressed. They are lucky
Right.
that the future, like the generations prior to them, didn't care about whether or not the future generations had it easier,
Right.
because that's how it should
Right.
be.
That's the
You
whole
should
point.
want them to have it easier.
Yeah, like, coming up with smartphones, modern medicine, for example. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Like, we're,
Industrial revolution,
yeah,
that was progress. Should we have stopped that
right.
for traditionalism?
Yeah.
I
For
highly
the
doubt
sake of,
any.
oh, I could just make it at home instead, traditionalism. Yeah, no, I think, we do better with the factories, even if they're not always ethical.
Yeah. And I bet if you were to walk up to some traditionalist today and say, "Well, I hope you aren't using light bulbs, and I hope you aren't using what is that called? Plumbing or heating or air conditioning," because I
Yeah,
mean,
or
that's not
medicine.
traditionalist at all.
Right, that's not
That's
natural.
progress.
Oh, it's unnatural.
No.
Like, everything is
So
nature.
they're just
Humans are
hypocritical.
natural. So everything we do is natural. All right.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're just very
Oh,
hypocritical
they
is
are.
all.
Yeah.
Because they don't, anytime, they're not logical either. They're hypocritical, they're logical, illogical,
Hmm.
and yeah, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't get it, but
We're
whatever.
almost done with this here. We can finish this up
Okay.
and then we can get into our stuff
Yeah.
if it plays.
One, the war on Christmas. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh. Oh, okay. That was the end. All right, cool. So, okay. Gonna go over some things here.
Okay.
Basically, there is no war on Christmas. It's a widely celebrated holiday. Every president we've ever had has celebrated Christmas, for example. And while it's true that fewer people celebrate Christmas now than a decade ago, 71% versus 82% a decade ago, according to a Gallup poll, that doesn't mean that anyone is attacking anyone for being Christian or celebrating Christmas. Inclusivity isn't a bad thing either. The more variety we have in our culture, the stronger and more interesting our culture becomes. Diversity is America's strong suit, and it's what makes our nation so unique. All right. Then the people who believe in the war on Christmas are primarily running on fear and paranoia. They truly feel that they are the victims when they are, in fact, the strong majority that often want to push their own values onto everybody else. And I personally don't care if you say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, but it's kind of ridiculous to get mad about someone saying Happy Holidays. Because, as we've said, Christmas is included in that sentiment, because Christmas is a holiday. The truth is that this is just an example about the delusions one can find themselves believing in once they've had total power, but now they only have most of the power. People with privilege who don't realize they have this privilege and don't address it will see progress towards equality as an attack on themselves. They believe that human rights are a limited resource, so when you give more rights to others, they think it is taking away rights from them. However, the reality is that human rights are not a limited resource, and giving more to those who need it takes nothing away from the people who already have it. All it does is even out the playing field. Tying this back to the war on Christmas, they see this inclusion as an attack on Christianity because it aims to include all of the holidays instead of prioritizing Christmas above all other holidays. And while this may seem like a trivial issue, it is truly a small example of a much greater problem with Christian nationalism in general.
So, yeah, I would agree that this war on Christmas is not a war on Christmas. Not with how they are talking about it. What they mean when they are claiming and screaming that there's a war on Christmas is that they mean there is a war on Christianity. Then I would say that a big thing about, I guess, this war on, there is no war on Christianity either. And if there is a war on Christianity, then Christianity is the reason there is a war on Christianity.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly.
is forcing
It was.
anyone to not like religion. The bigotry, hatred, greed, and selfishness of those in charge of Christianity is what is pushing people away. That's not even what God stood for. So how can you expect people to follow a religion that God wouldn't even follow anymore? He wouldn't recognize what it's been turned into. And then with Christianity, and as you brought up, Christian nationalism, that isn't even, obviously that's wrong for many reasons, because that is, as we have seen in history, if you look at Christian nationalist nations, it is extremely oppressive. And
Yes.
America was not founded to be a Christian nation or any religion at all. Because if the founders, who might have been Christian, I think some of them were Christian, some of them weren't, but that doesn't matter.
Right.
They have been very clear with their wording if they wanted America to be a religious nation? But it appears they made it very clear they do not want a religious
Oh, yeah.
nation with their
Yeah,
wording.
that was the whole point.
Yeah. So people going around claiming that either the founders wanted a Christian nation are just lying. They're literally spreading
Yeah,
misinformation.
true.
And a big reason, at least from what I read, that they did that, like they made the wording that way, is because they wanted to protect, or, I mean, I have mixed feelings about the founders because I feel like they kind of just wanted power a little bit away from Europe.
Yeah, they
But
definitely were
that's
not
whatever.
perfect people.
Yeah,
They were
exactly.
just people.
But they at least did that to, and I mean, probably it was also selfish in a way to protect themselves. But either way, that doesn't matter. They did that so that they could protect people from the tyranny of a religious nation, to prevent that from happening. At least that is what I
Yeah,
saw. And I mean, that makes sense because they were very clear in all the documents that this is not supposed to be a religious of any
right.
religion
It's
at
supposed to be a
all.
secular government.
Yes. And I don't understand why that's so hard to accept.
Yeah.
Because again, it doesn't even, nobody is hating on the, again, like I said, the only reason some people hate Christian, or I don't even know if people, I don't think people hate Christianity, but they hate what it's turned
I think they
into
just
and what
hate
it is
certain groups
spreading.
of Christians who are, bigoted or oppressive
Yeah,
towards them, but
but I
not
don't think
the
they hate
entirety of
Christianity.
Christianity most of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Because I mean, I'm not religious, but I do think when I have heard about what God actually stood for, like helping homeless immigrants. I mean, I don't know if homeless and immigrants were actually mentioned in the
Yeah,
Bible.
but
It was
helping
probably
the
just
poor and the
people.
sick and all that good
Yes.
stuff.
Like he provided
Making the
shelter to
humble.
people who didn't have, I think he provided shelter and food and water to people.
Yeah, he helped out. He
I
healed people's
yeah.
illnesses for free, no free of charge.
And he was against greed.
Yeah, he said it's easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah. So what it stands for today is not true Christianity. At least what, I won't say that there aren't some Christians who do still follow the actual tenets, or I don't know if those are called tenets or what that's technically called, but who actually follow those guidelines, I
Yeah,
guess, of being good, a good person and treating people. Because I'm pretty sure he also wouldn't have treated anyone with disrespect, even if he disagreed with their lifestyle either. I
exactly.
do not see him treating someone shitty because, let's say, they're gay.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
I mean, he hung out with like prostitutes and like, just like random dudes who followed him pretty much. Like he wasn't
And
even
I
at
guess I
the
don't
top
know.
echelon of society by any means.
Okay. And I'm guessing like Christianity is what made up the term love the sinner, not the sin.
Yeah,
I
I
guess I
think that
don't
is
think that's not an actual phrase from him, is it
I
though?
don't think that's in the
Like,
Bible, but it is like a
oh,
common
okay.
Christian phrase.
And it's probably a philosophy of the Bible
Yeah,
though. Like
for
he
sure.
would have loved the sinner, but not the sin.
Exactly.
And he wouldn't have treated them. He wouldn't be going on the internet and saying we need to line them up and shoot them in the back of the
Oh,
head.
yeah,
That is
no,
fucked
that's
up.
pretty bad. Yeah, but people do say
And
that.
anybody who pushes that is not that's not Christianity at
Right.
all.
I mean, that's almost freaking terrorism. But
That's like fascism almost
I
too.
mean, it
I
is
mean,
fascism. I'll come out and
yeah.
say it
And
directly. It is
terrorism
fascism.
too.
Yeah, definitely a form of terrorism.
Yeah. So it's just there is no war on Christmas. There is no war on Christianity.
Exactly. It's just something that they've come to believe because they're not used to giving up a little bit of their power. They want to keep the upper edge at the cost of keeping other people down. But in reality, like they'll still be able to get what's right for them. They'll still be able to do what's right for them. It's just other people will be able to do that as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's
If you're inclusive with people, that's why it's inclusivity, not persecution.
yeah, exactly. And I guess I don't was America I guess I don't know. I don't feel that the founders would have cared that much about diversity with how they treated the original inhabitants of
I mean,
America, but
yeah, I mean, they didn't really care that much about diversity. I mean, you had to be like a white landowner to vote.
yes.
So,
So diversity is definitely a newer American ideal, I guess. It's not a
right. They
founding
did
ideal.
believe in religious diversity,
Oh,
like
okay.
diversity of thought, that kind of thing.
But I
But they
mean,
were a little behind on
but
the.
America should be diverse. Like I guess I'm not saying
Oh,
just because
yeah.
the founders didn't think we should. Why would anybody think we should follow ideals of people? I don't even
Yeah,
not
people who
thousands
lived
of
like
years ago, but
250 years ago.
250.
I think that's the
Okay,
right math. Yeah.
that doesn't seem that, but that's still
I mean,
obviously
we're
we
pretty
shouldn't
young.
follow their ideals at all. That's still a long time to be following ideals and not have grown as a
Right. And we
society.
need to grow and progress and evolve as a society.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem long. And like, I mean, yeah, we are young, but or did you say we're
Yeah.
young? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a young nation comparatively
Oh,
to other nations in the world.
we as a
Is what
nation. I thought you meant we as me and you as individuals. And
Oh,
I
no,
was like,
no.
I mean,
I
yeah,
meant
we're
like the
young,
nation.
but
Yeah.
I
But I
don't.
mean, we're young too,
I guess
kind
like I
of.
don't see how we're young matters though. I mean, we won't live to
Yeah, no, no. I
250.
meant the country.
We could if modern medicine keeps progressing, but I mean, if we hold
Yeah.
these traditionalist values, we aren't getting anywhere else.
Yeah. But luckily, most doctors are trying to be progressive and
Yeah.
evolve with the times. Not all of them, but a lot of them, most of
Well,
them.
and progress brings money to the healthcare because
That's
healthcare is
true
for
too.
profit
Yeah.
in America, which is an awful system.
Well,
But
certain kinds of progress in the money.
yeah,
Like for example, like curing diabetes isn't going to bring them as much
oh
money as
no,
treating it. But
that's why they don't
hopefully,
look into it.
somebody finds a cure that's generous enough to give it out for free or something, or for really cheap at least.
But isn't
But
that
yeah,
what they did with insulin? Wasn't it supposed to be? Wasn't it
it was
sold
supposed to
for
be
cheap?
free. Yeah,
Yeah.
or like $1, maybe. No, it was supposed to be free. I think though is what the inventor of it wanted.
So
But
basically, what we should learn from that is if you come up with a cure for diabetes, do not sell it to anyone. Just if you
right,
want it to be free, don't sell it to someone who claims they're gonna give it away for free because they probably won't. So you need to
exactly.
figure out how to do
You need
that.
to figure out how to manufacture it yourself and
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Because people lie and scheme.
Exactly. All right. Do you have anything else to add to this?
No, I think that is all on the
Yeah,
war on Christmas.
we discussed a lot today.
Yes. So, You guys can leave a comment below letting us know what you want us to talk about in future episodes.
You can reach out to us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And we do sometimes do some Twitch live streams.
Yes, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you know when we do, because we'd love to see you there. But otherwise, we will see you guys next time.